How was the new Netflix short TV special Behind Her Eyes really about? And what did I think about it? Stay tuned and keep watching. Hello, everybody. This is Terrell, better known as Aurelius, back with another review. Today's review is going to be Netflix's new TV show called Behind Her Eyes. It is about how two people by the name of Louise and David, who are workers, start to get into a relationship with one another. But as the more that they become together, the more that things start to spiral out of control. As Louise becomes more close to David and David's wife, Adele, who has skeletons of her own. I just finished the series and I thought the series itself was pretty interesting. I thought it was good. I thought that the ending itself definitely filled in the story as to the questions that I had. And I'm just going to talk about it. What I liked about the TV show itself was how the characters were written, as you got somewhat of like a glimpse of each other's like story, like their history of somewhat, especially Adele's, of how she was in like the crazy house and how she had a friend by the name of Rob, and how she turned out to be like how she started off as David, with how his life was before, how he was with somebody else and all. And with Louise, well, we don't get like a huge backstory on Louise. What we just see is if how things become. The TV show was definitely mysterious in many ways, psychological in many of its story, because it just like the show, like after each episode, it left me like wanting more, and it left me with just more questions than the previous episode, because in some of the scenes and throughout the entire series, I was questioning the actions of many characters, such as Adele's. Like, for the longest time, I thought that Adele was a freaking psychopath because of the lengths that she will go through to make sure that she doesn't get caught, and to make sure that she doesn't go back to the crazy house. Because, and in my honest opinion, Adele should not have gotten released. But with how the huge plot twist ending occurred, with how it happens, I now understand why Adele is the way that it is. And it's not because she's crazy, it's because of what she had done with Rob. And that was something called like astral projection, having like an out of body experience where like your soul like goes out of your body and it just like views the world or something like that, or it switches body with another person. And that is exactly what happened, as Adele and Rob, who suggested it, that they try this out. But after it happened, Rob decided not to switch back and he kills her. And that is basically Adele's body, but Rob is inside of the body. Like Rob's soul is in there. And then when I finally see that happen with how Louise was killed and everything, like that was sad, because yes, Louise is still there. Like her body is still there, but her soul is dead. Like that is really what just like caught me off guard. Like, this show is definitely mind-boggling, and it'll just leave you just like asking questions, leave you thinking about like what just happened. And apparently there's a book too. Like, this show is basically like an adaptation of the book I didn't know about. So the show was pretty cool. The show was interesting to me. I liked it how things came together and how things were told. And I kind of do wish that there was like another season, so that maybe David finds out that it's not what it seems to be, but it sucks. Like, it really sucks though, because I think that this show should probably come back for another season with how it ended and with how the out of body experience like happens and everything. Because I believe that David and Louisa's son are in a world full of trouble. Not because they didn't do anything wrong, but because of what Rob, who now has his Louisa's body, is going to do. Because I don't know what to expect, but it is what it is. Now, how I would rate this show out of like 5 stars, this show itself is definitely, in my honest opinion, maybe in between the 4-star range, because it was cool. It wasn't cringeworthy. Like, it left me like wanting more, and I just really wanted to see what happens after the wedding, like what happened to the new family, because there is a lot more answers. There is a lot more questions that need to be answered. And if you haven't seen this TV show, I suggest you watch it. If you like mysterious, psychological TV shows, then this is for you. And if you didn't like the TV show, if you thought it was some butt cheeks, then hey, that is your honest opinion. More power to you. And that is the end of my review. And until next time, goodbye.